It is Tuesday, July 21st, 2020 at 4:39 a.m. Alright, what you guys hear in the background there is my fan. Even though it's 4:39 a.m., it's still kind of warm. Alright, let's take a look at these headlines. Biblical locust plague may jump from Argentina into giant farming nation. Brazil, threatening winter crops, insects already in Colombia and heading north to Guatemala, El Salvador and Belize, Mexico and the US next. Alright, so we have here weather conditions may be forming to send a cloud of locusts in northern Argentina over the border to Brazil, threatening winter crops. That would add even more pressure on the already collapsing global food network. Weather conditions may be forming to send a cloud of locusts in northern Argentina over the border to Brazil, threatening winter crops in the giant farming nation. The locusts are now 100 kilometers or 62 miles from the Rio Grande do Sul state border, but wind currents on Wednesday may take the insects into Brazil. Celso Oliveira, a meteorologist at Somar Meteorologia in São Paulo, said by text. The swarm could harm wheat, canola, and barley crops in the western part of the state, as well as native vegetation, he said. In late June, Brazil's agriculture ministry declared a state of emergency in two southern states to allow officials to take precautions. So will it be heading north into Mexico and the US next? That's something that we'll keep an eye on, and if I hear anything on it, I'll make a video on it. Alright, next. Trump threatens to deploy federal agents to Chicago and other US cities led by Democrats. You see here the troops shooting their gas cartridges out into the crowds. Says Homeland Security officials said Monday they are making preparations to deploy federal agents to Chicago, while President Trump threatened to send U.S. law enforcement personnel to other Democratic-led cities experiencing spots of crime. Trump made the pronouncement as he defended his administration's use of force in Portland, Oregon, where agents have clashed nightly with protesters and made arrests from unmarked cars, calling the unrest worse than Afghanistan. Trump's rhetoric escalated tensions with Democratic mayors and governors who have criticized the presence of federal agents on U.S. streets, telling reporters at the White House that he would send forces into jurisdictions or with or without the cooperation of elected leaders. He said, "We're looking at Chicago too. We're looking at New York," he said, "all run by liberal Democrats, all run really by the radical left." So, not only are we getting riots, we're also getting federal troops being sent into Democratic cities. So keep an eye out if you live in Chicago or if you live in New York. They could be heading there next. Alright. Next, China blasts dam at Yangtze tributary to ease flooding. Death tolls climbs more than 150. As you all know, China's been having lots of flooding. So here it is. It says authorities in central China have blasted a dam in the Yangtze River tributary on Sunday, April 19th, to ease some surging waters amid severe flooding. The grim situation has left millions affected, damaged more than 28,000 houses, and caused more than 150 fatalities, 23 of which were reported since Thursday alone on July 16th. So have people of China in your prayers. Hopefully the flooding subsides. Alright, next. Major explosion at Stromboli volcano in Italy. Says a sudden major explosion took place at Stromboli volcano in Italy on July 19th. The explosion was about 10 times stronger than the average explosion at the volcano. The products of the explosion were distributed over the entire crater terrace and onto the Sacara del Fuoco. The observatory reports. From the seismic point of view, the phenomenon has been characterized as a brief sequence of explosive events and an increase in volcanic tremor amplitude lasting until 3:10 UTC. You see here the images of the link of the video. I'm going to leave the links to these stories on the description, so if you guys feel like looking at these videos, check them out. Alright, also, this is the Schumann Frequency. As you see, this is the frequency of the Earth. And as you see these white spots here, these large white spots are large frequency happening towards the Earth. Usually, as you see here all the way to the left, this happened on the 19th. It was calm and it was like light greens and blues. And then on the 20th, we got large blasts of energy to the planet. And now on the 21st, here in the early morning hours, there's a little bit more high frequency, but not a large blast yet. So if you guys keep an eye on the Schumann frequency, you guys get headaches or you can't sleep, that might be due to that. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe for more, and see you guys next time. God bless you guys.